All right, guys, more polls to talk about. Kamala Harris just got some very, very interesting pollage that came out. Let me make sure my microphone is on. Check, check. We are good to go. There was a good amount of news that was circulating about this particular Iowa poll that just came out, the Des Moines Register, which is one of the notable pollsters coming out of Iowa. And if we look at just, we'll sort of ignore a lot of the noise in the middle, although we have a little bit here to look at. Uh, this poll was done back in February 25th to the 28th. Same pollster, the Des Moines Register. And if you will see, it had Trump at plus 15 over Biden, absolutely massacring Biden. I should use more, politically, in the polling, was beating Biden. The rhetoric is getting a little bit crazy, so I'll tone it down a little bit. Absolutely beating Biden very, very badly by 15 points. And then if you fast forward to June 9 through 14th, not getting better, actually getting much worse. Trump then beating Biden by almost 20. So Iowa just sinking and sinking for Biden. That's about the same time we were all saying, it's about time Biden drops out. Eventually he does. And the most recent bit of information we got from the Des Moines Register is absolutely different story with a race between Kennedy still involved. I believe Kennedy will still be on the ballot in Ohio, or sorry, in Iowa. We have Harris at 47 and Trump, sorry, at Harris at 43% and Trump at 47% in this particular poll. Harris closing the gap from the last poll by a total of 14 percentage points. Absolutely massive. Now she is probably not going to win Iowa. I would say it's about 99.9% chance that this ends up growing by election day. Trump wins by, somewhere between 7 and 8 or more points. But the fact that you have polling coming out that this gap has closed as it has, it's just more vindication that it was the right move to get rid of Biden and replace him with a younger, more vibrant, and potentially interesting candidate in Kamala Harris. Now, this might not even be the most interesting thing to come out. We had new polling as well from the Alaska survey research. And if you will look at the history of this, similar story between Biden and Trump back in the day. Trump plus 12, Trump plus 12. You had some Kennedy matchups. Interesting to see how Kennedy would do in these matchups, just for funsies. And then again, Trump plus 19 over Biden, Trump plus 23 over Biden. Early in the Harris era, you had a Trump plus 10. And now the most recent survey, the Alaska Research Group, or whatever they're called, did um, from September 11th through 12th, 1,254 likely voters, including 910 super voters fielded online and some panel respondents. You had Harris down by only 5 points to Trump, again, including Kennedy. Is Kamala Harris in play in Alaska at a deeply Republican state? Guys, Harris is starting to chip away at some of the Republican strongholds. It's sort of the opposite story of what we had with Biden back. We were thinking about, oh my God, Trump is tying Biden in New Jersey and Minnesota and Colorado, and it's starting to get, to a landslide. I'm not saying Harris is going to landslide Trump, but I'm just saying the weaknesses in Trump's game are showing. Don't believe the online propaganda and the nonsense and the garbage that you see all over Twitter or X or all these things. The loudest voices are the most obnoxious, and those are the ones that are coming out in favor of Trump. But the real support is in the data. And again, I know she's losing to Trump, but that is in comparison to being down by 20 percentage points, by 23 percentage points, by 10 percentage points, and now by 5. And we still have more to go before election day. And this might not even be baking in the results of the debate, which happened at around that same time. It takes a little bit of time for those to come to fruition. So Harris closing the gap in Iowa, of all places, in Alaska, of all places. And we will see how this continues to develop. Very, very interesting. And I will see you guys in the next poll.